Hey guys, yeah, thanks so much. Another exciting guest of the day today. I'm really happy to have Gage Growth Corporation coming through. As far as cannabis stocks are concerned, it seems like every other day there's some sort of exciting news in this space that continues to grow on a daily basis. Gage Growth Corporation, a recent addition to that. Fabian Monaco is CEO of Gage Growth Corporation, joins us on the show today. Great to have you, Fabian. Welcome. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the company. Give everyone a little bit of an introduction to start. Tell us about Gage Growth, where it came from, where the concept came from, and how it started.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot for having me on. Gage is solely focused on the Michigan market. Michigan is one of the larger markets in the U.S. right now for cannabis consumption, catapulted itself to a top 6 markets, top 6 state in 2020. We're seeing tremendous growth in 2021. Really feel that, Michigan's going to be a top 5 market this year for the full calendar year. Gage is one of the larger vertically integrated operators in Michigan right now. We have, cultivation, processing, and retail. We've partnered with best-in-class brands, especially Cookies out of California, and really taking the Michigan market by storm right now and seeing some great results from an operational standpoint.
It's interesting. We've had guests in the past talk a lot about the California market. Tell us why Gage specifically focused on Michigan.
Yeah, so it's funny, Michigan doesn't get a lot of love in the market just yet. There are not a lot of publicly traded companies that follow, the Michigan market. We are one of them. We're heavily, obviously, involved in that market. Michigan boasts historically the second largest medical cardholder system in the U.S., only behind California. In 2020, Florida overtook Michigan. Michigan also went into its adult use market in 2020. So you start to see, some of the medical numbers drift off. So you have this massive underlying base of medical patients in Michigan, still 245,000 strong. It's funny, actually, Michigan has the same number of medical patients as the whole country of Canada. And so obviously, with this base, Michigan really got to explode as a market in 2020 when it introduced adult use sales on December 1st, 2019.
Monaco, CEO of Gage Growth Corporation. You mentioned a fully integrated top-to-bottom producer and also on the retail end of things. We'll get into that in a second here. But for anyone who might be not familiar with what that means exactly, walk us through the process here, right from growth to retail. What is involved in that?
Yeah, so when you're a vertically integrated operator in the cannabis business, you essentially control the product from seed all the way to smoke for that consumer. And we manage that whole process. And when you are also vertically integrated, it allows you to control the growth of your brand and how your brand is received from consumers. So, it's great to grow good quality product, but you want to make sure that the retailers that are selling that product are telling the right story. They have the good narrative. They're actually explaining to the consumer what makes your brand so special. We get to control that whole process. We actually don't even sell much wholesale as a business. We like to funnel everything to our retail. We sell out of the product every time we put it on our shelves. We're one of the top brands in Michigan. We sell for some of the highest price points. When you actually have a scenario where you get to control that process throughout the supply chain, throughout the value chain, it really, gives you an opportunity to become a true brand in the space.
All right, let's go to cultivation now. We'll talk about that sort of phase of the process as we move towards the retail side of things. Really impressive growth when it comes to cultivation. The company has grown by 4 times on its processing facilities. What has been behind the rapid expansion of the cultivation side of things?
Yeah, when you look at our operations from 2020, it really only tells you, frankly, a quarter of the story right now. We were operating two small facilities for the majority of 2020. Now have catapulted ourselves to about 8 different facilities across Michigan that is growing, that are growing Gage products. So for us, we were able to, again, get our own cultivation online, our 3rd big facility near the end of the year. That doubled our capacity. Also partnered with some best-in-class operators on a contract manufacturing basis to really expand our cultivation offering in a quick way as well. In the cannabis industry, the toughest thing is to ramp up your cultivation. It takes time, it takes effort. We're moving from 2 facilities at the end of 2020 to basically 13 by the end of this year. 13 different facilities, again, across the state of Michigan, boasting probably one of the largest cultivation footprints in the game, not only in Michigan, but in the U.S.
So when it comes to the contract manufacturing arrangements, two questions, I guess. The first one, is that typical for the industry? Do a lot of companies kind of process or proceed in that direction where you have growers coming, offering to grow the product for you? Question number two is, what are the benefits of that?
Yeah, no, it's not afforded to everybody. I think if you scan the U.S. cannabis landscape right now, take a look at what brands are actually able to do something like this, and it's frankly the top brands in the space. These are licensed producers in the Michigan market that came to Gage and wanted to grow Gage and Cookies branded product exclusively for us. And so it's not that easy to actually get that buy-in from the general market, let alone, technically your competitors in that same given market saying to themselves, I'm not even going to grow my own stuff anymore. I'm going to go to Gage. I want to partner with them. I want to grow exclusively for them. They sell for the highest price points. I think financially and for a variety of other intangibles, it's best to partner with them. And so that's a huge, kind of shot in the arm for us as a brand. Really gives us confidence, in terms of what we're doing, and actually makes us thrilled to see that we have such a good, reception. And to get 10 different contract growers as well, it's just a phenomenal scenario as a brand, as you get to expand so quickly and in a capital light way. We don't pay for the CapEx. We're not paying for the OpEx. They're paying for my packaging, testing, and secure transporting. I'm basically getting my own product, my own flavors on the shelf for $0. I share in that retail price with them, basically getting 50+% gross margins, which is phenomenally better than I'll see on product that I have to purchase on a wholesale basis and put on my shelf. So it's a win-win for us, and it's a massive, massive win for the partners as well, as they, again, get some of the highest price points. They get to enjoy those high price points with us, and they get the intangibles of basically working for the best brand in the space in Michigan.
Fabian Monaco is CEO of Gage Growth Corporation. Currently seven retail locations in the state of Michigan. Big expansion plans coming on the retail side of things this year as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no. So I think we're big on the retail. We're big on that particular part of the market. You see a lot of other cannabis names talk about their wholesale strategies. I don't think there's a lot of longevity in that type of strategy. It may work now when there's an undersupply in various markets, but as the market starts to get larger, as there's more cultivation that comes online in some of these other markets outside of Michigan, the wholesale market is, again, not a strategy that we wanted to focus on. We're more retail centric. We have 7 retail stores open right now, and we're basically moving to 20 provisioning centers, which they call in Michigan, or dispensaries by the end of the year. We want to actually get 20 locations in our hand. We're on an aggressive spree when it comes to acquisitions. We have 12 so far. Again, 7 of them operational. We're trying to get to 20 by the end of this quarter in our hands, moving to having all 20 operational by the end of this year. And it just allows us to, again, control how our brand is received, control how, the new products and new flavors are received by the consumer, educate them why our brand is the best in business. And also, once they actually try the product, they know exactly what they're consuming, and they feel good about it as well.
Now, different states, different countries around the globe, definitely in different stages of reopening as far as the pandemic is concerned. Tell us a little bit about how the pandemic has affected the retail industry specifically when it comes to the cannabis space.
Yeah, no. So initially, obviously, it was a huge win for the industry to actually see us get to the point where cannabis was considered an essential business. Massive win for us. Obviously, a little bit scary when COVID hit initially. A lot of uncertainty whether we would even be able to be operational. Luckily, we were able to be operational. Really honed in on our curbside pickup in a very quick way. In fact, all the numbers that you saw in 2020 post Q1 predominantly came from curbside pickup. Even today, some of the Q1 numbers, you'll see that all that again is from curbside pickup. You don't even have the ability to upsell. You don't even have the ability to kind of, even see the consumer face to face and give them, education on, some other products that you have in your dispensary. So the fact that, the way we're performing, the basket sizes that we had, $164 average basket size in 2020 with only curbside pickup, I think is again, a testament to the brand and a testament to how quickly we were able to, be nimble and implement a strategy in order to guard ourselves from some of the, potential downturns that you could have seen in COVID. Lucky for us, it was all positive.
And we all hope that we continue in that positive direction on the reopening side of things. Fabian Monaco,
sure.
CEO of Gage Growth Corporation. A pleasure. It's an interesting time to be getting into this space. Definitely positive momentum south of the border in the cannabis industry. Good to talk to you today. We look forward to an update.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
There you go, guys. A look at Gage Growth Corporation, another new entrant into the cannabis space.